Become friends with yourself. Become friends with yourself. Become friends with your thoughts. Something that I've carried with me my whole life. I don't know where I heard this from. I heard a lot of things and I forgot many things. But one thing that somehow always stuck with me was that you need to be friends with the voice in your head. That voice in your head has to be nice to you. It has to be positive to you. It can't be, you can't let that voice minimize you. You can't let that voice just be mean to you, call you names, say you can't, say you won't. You need to cut that out. You got to be friends with yourself. That little voice in your head, you have to be friends with it. And I know some of you are probably listening and you're like, yo, my thoughts and my inner dialogue and voice are so negative. Like, no, I don't want to spend time with this voice. I don't want to sit in silence and talk to my thoughts and talk to myself and become friends with myself. But I think the thing is that we need, when I say become friends with that voice in your head, you need to talk to it. You need to understand it. You need to understand its emotions. You need to understand why it feels the way it does, why these thoughts keep coming back. Maybe these thoughts keep coming back because of observations you've made, or experiences you've had, or just emotions that you have felt that have built this inner voice into something that's against you. So we must be friends with this inner voice in our head. And how do we do that? By talking to it. I kind of see it. Imagine you're a pilot, right? So the pilot in this situation would be you, the observer of your thoughts. And this pilot is in this cockpit with all these switches and buttons and lights and radars, and that's your brain. That's kind of what's controlling everything and what's sending all these signals. So a good pilot, let's say an alert goes off. There's something flashing, right? There's something flashing. A good pilot would look at the problem, assess it, and then is equipped with the knowledge and the tools to fix that problem, right? A bad pilot would just bang on it until it goes away or play some music. I mean, I know the pilots really wouldn't do this, or play some music so they can't hear the alarm go off, or cover it with a towel. And I think when we run away from our thoughts and we don't become friends with them, that's kind of like the pilot, you know what I'm saying, just ignoring the alerts. I think the problem is that we get these negative emotions come through, and rightfully so we get uncomfortable with them, and it it makes sense. It seems like it makes sense to run away from these thoughts or do something to silence these thoughts, distract yourself. Maybe some external substance that helps you get rid of these thoughts. I think the reason why these thoughts keep popping up is because we don't talk to them, we don't understand them. I believe that the negative thoughts we have, and that the negative dialogue in our head is just, it just needs attention. It needs to be heard and understood. And when we distract ourselves from it instead of confronting it, I think that's the cycle. That's how the cycle keeps going, right? Because your brain is trying to tell you something. You can't take these thoughts at face value. I think these thoughts, underneath these thoughts, your brain is searching for something that is missing, that you can fulfill with giving it the proper attention and the proper, just like the pilot, you get the proper tools and you assess it correctly, you analyze it. And I think this is kind of a practice, right? This isn't something that you're gonna get off the rip. I still practice this. I've been trying to be friends with the voice in my head, or actually, I am friends with the voice in my head, but this has been years of work, right? And I think once you do this, those negative thoughts become a lot quieter. They don't have much power over you because now you can handle them like they're supposed to be handled, right? Because if you just distract yourself, these thoughts will come back, I guarantee it. It might take months, but let the right situation happen, and that bad thought that's been holding you back will pop up again. It's inevitable. So next time you catch yourself thinking negatively, talk to the negative thoughts. Observe them because you aren't your thoughts. You are the observer. So just like an observer would, well, actually, I don't think an observer would talk. Anyways, talk to them. Understand what experiences you've had that have created this, that have fueled this negative voice in your head, or the observations, and kind of reverse engineer this and understand what you've gone through and experienced that has added fuel to this negative voice in your head. And this isn't something easy to do, but I think it's important to, in this time, to treat yourself with patience, with grace, with compassion, with respect. Truly. I think patience is the biggest one because we've gone our whole life avoiding our thoughts or distracting ourselves. So yeah, this is something new. This is something that will be uncomfortable. So we just need to assess, just like the alerts in the cockpit, look at it, properly assess it, and boom, you'll kind of build this skill over time that kind of you're able to, if negative thoughts come in, they're a lot less intimidating. You can put them out pretty easily. You understand yourself better and you understand why you react to situations in the manner you do. I think this will help you in everything. I think becoming friends with yourself, becoming friends with that voice in your head and turning it into something positive, I think it will just lead to a better quality of life. You'll look at things differently. You'll, most importantly, start treating yourself differently and allowing and accepting growth and even accepting the struggles with way more grace.